Welcome to our YouTube channel. Let us discuss one cam profile problem which includes cycloidal motion and flat faced mushroom follower. The problem runs like this: a flat faced mushroom follower is raised through a distance of 35 mm in 120-degree rotation of the cam, remains at rest for next 30 degree, and is lowered during further 120-degree rotation of the cam. The rising of the follower takes place with cycloidal motion and the lowering with the uniform acceleration and deceleration. However, the uniform acceleration is 2 by 3 times of uniform deceleration. The least radius of the cam is 30 mm. Draw the cam profile assuming clockwise rotation of the cam. This is the this is the problem. To explain the cam construction, we are using SolidEdge V19. I request kindly the learners and students to draw on book using drawing instruments. The data is listed in the left hand side here. Flat face mushroom follower, lift is 35 mm and rise is 120 degree with cycloidal motion, and the dwell is for 30 degree. The return stroke is uniform acceleration retardation motion, whereas acceleration is 2 by 3 times of deceleration. Minimum radius of the cam is 30 mm and cam rotation is clockwise. For cycloidal motion, the lift is given. The lift is 35 mm. Let us draw a 35 mm vertical line. 35 mm 90 degree, and the outward stroke is 120 degree rotation of the cam. We have taken displacement diagrams scale 20 degrees equal to 10 mm. So 120 degree we will get 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters I will divide into 6 equal parts. So let me take 10 mm 0 degree. I mean the length of the 120 degree will be 60 mm. Then we are dividing this into 6 equal parts by taking 10 mm each. For every 10 mm we are taking one division. This is the final one. Now to get cycloidal motion profile, we need to draw a rolling circle. The radius of rolling circle is calculated here in a solution as a solution part. The rolling circle radius is equal to lift divided by 2 times pi. We know that pi value is 3.142. So lift in a problem they have given 35 mm. So 35 divided by 2 times 3.142 is equal to, we are getting 5.57 is the radius of rolling circle. Let us take compass. Keep compass leg at this corner and take radius which is equal to 5.57. So construct a circle of radius 5.57 using compass. Since we divided the outstroke into 6 equal parts, we need to divide this circle also into 6 equal parts. Let us take arc by center point method. The radius is 5.57. We need to maintain as it is. I draw a horizontal line at this junction and a vertical line at this junction. Now keep compass leg at this intersection. Take radius 5.7, which is the radius of the circle, rolling circle. Cut the circle, keeping same center and same radius, 5.57. You cut the this side also, and now keep the compass leg at this point. Take radius 5.57. Cut an arc. 5.57 is the radius. Cut one more arc to the circle and join this intersection and call the names. Let us call this intersection is 0, this division as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Similarly, we need to take this division, the rolling circle also we divided into same equal parts. We need to take in clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we divided the circle also in equal parts and outstroke also into 6 equal parts. So after this, join a line from this corner to the right topmost corner. This is related to 3 and 6. Similarly, consider a point from intersection of 1 and 2. This midpoint, draw a parallel line to this previously drawn diagonal line. Okay, so parallel to that you draw till 2 because this is with reference to 1 and 2. So 1 is here itself and 2 is here, parallel line. Similarly, you take a line from this 4 and 5 midpoint, draw a parallel line to 4 and 5. So parallel to this line, we got find the intersection points. This 1 and this 1. This inclined line is 1 and this vertical line is 1. There is the intersection where we got that will be the 1 dash. So this is 1 dash right now. So this is 1 dash, and similarly this 2 and the inclined line 2 gives us the 2 dash. 3 and the 3 inclined line is here, 3 dash. 4 vertical line and 4 horizontal line, 4 dash. 5th vertical line and 5th horizontal line, 5 dash. And finally 6 dash will be at the top. So this completes the outstroke. Now the next step is remain rest for 30 degree. Remain rest for 30 degree means dwell. So 30 degree, if you convert into scale, 30 by 20, 1.5 centimeter we get. Let us draw 1.5 centimeter line. That means 15 mm 0 degree and 15 mm 0 degree and complete this. And before further moving, let us find the arc. Let us take the arc. You need to join by a smooth curve. So this is the 0 join with 1 dash. So the intersection of this is 1 dash. This is 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, join 5 dash, and finally 6 dash. And next is followed by dwell. So dwell line should be thick line, 6 to 6 dash. Since there is no rise, this also will be 6 dash. So this completes the rise and dwell part. The return stroke is also 120 degree. So 120 degree means 60 mm or 6 centimeters. So take 60 mm 0 degree, and there should be thin line, and the lift is 35 mm. So here comes the return stroke. The nature of motion is uniform acceleration retardation is followed in return stroke, but uniform acceleration is 2/3 of uniform deceleration. So here we need to find out what is the part of acceleration and how much is the part for retardation. So we need to do a calculation. Acceleration is equal to 2/3 times of deceleration is given in the problem. So angular rotation of the cam during acceleration will be 3/5 multiplied by 120 degree. That gives us 72 degree. So out of 120 degree, 72 degree is the angular rotation for acceleration, and remaining 2/5 times of 120 degree gives us 48 degree is the deceleration part. So 72 degree divided by 20 means we will get the terms in millimeters to convert to draw in a displacement diagram. Operate calculator. So 72 degree divided by 20 we will get 3.6 centimeters. That means 36 millimeters. Let us draw a line at a distance of 36 millimeters. So 36 mm 0 degree, and draw a vertical line. So we divided the return stroke. So this part will be the acceleration and this part will be the retardation. Let us divide the acceleration part into 3 equal parts because 36 is a multiple of 3. So 36 degrees can be 36 mm. If we divide into 3 equal parts, we will get 12 mm. So 12 mm 0 degree, draw a vertical line, 12 mm 0 degree. So this part is acceleration part. So since we have divided the acceleration part into 3 equal parts, the follower fall during acceleration we need to find out. The total lift is 35 mm. So out of which 3/5 times of 35 will gives us the fall of follower during acceleration, which is 21 mm. So we need to divide this vertical line from top. Since we have divided the acceleration into 3 equal parts, let us divide 21 also into 3 equal parts. So 21 divided by 3, 7 mm. So take 7 mm minus 90 degree. One division I have divided. 7 mm minus 90 degree and 7 mm minus 90 degree. So we divide it into 3 equal parts. Let us call the names. This is the line for, this is the name return stroke. So 6, 5, 4, 3. So here also we need to take the same thing, 6, 5, 4 and 3. So this is the midpoint, 5, 4, 3. Join these corresponding corners with 6 dash. 6 to 6 is already we have a line. 6 to 5, then 6 dash to 4, 6 dash to 3. Acceleration part is over. The deceleration part what we have is, deceleration part is 48 degree. So 48 degree divided by 12 mm. Sorry, 20 degree. 48 divided by 20 gives us 2.4 centimeter. Let us divide that also into 3 equal parts. So 0.8 centimeter or 8 mm. So we need to draw 8 mm line. See, the total distance between these two lines is now right now 24 mm. So we're dividing it into three equal parts. So for every 8 mm, you draw vertical line. Every 8 mm, 0 degree. So here we divide into three equal parts. So this is 2, 1 and 0. So since the deceleration part we divided into three equal parts, the out of this lift, this part we completed as the acceleration part. The retardation part, what we left out is 14 millimeters. So 14 millimeters also we need to divide into three equal parts. So 14 divided by 3, if you operate 4.667, we will get. So this vertical line remaining, we need to divide 4.66. From this endpoint, take 4.666 line minus 90 degree, then 4.666 minus 90 degree. So we have divided this into three equal parts. 1, 2, the remaining is here. So this will be the 2 and this will be the 1. Join the corresponding edges. Here we have endpoint 2, join to this 0, this corner, and 1 endpoint of 1, join to this 0. Identify phi dash now. The phi is vertical line is here, phi inclined line is here. So phi dash, 4 vertical line and 4 inclined line, 4 dash, 3 and this will be the 3 dash itself, 2 vertical line and 2 inclined line. So this is 2 dash, 1 vertical line and 1 inclined line, 1 dash. I delete this dimensioning line. So here comes the deceleration part. Join a curve from 6 to 6, 5 dash, intersection line, 5, 4 dash, 3 dash, 2 dash, 1 dash, finally 0. For my convenience, I will trim anyhow the 5 dash line we got here, 4 dash we got. Okay, I take curve 6, 5 dash, 4 dash, 3 dash, 2 dash, 1 dash and 0. So this should be thick enough. This is the profile of cam. Next we have dwell. As per the dwell for remaining, nothing is given for further. So total angle 120 plus 30, 150, 150 plus return stroke is 120, 270 is completed. So remaining 360 minus 270 is 90 degree. So 90 degree divided by scale, we have taken 20 degree is equal to 10 millimeters. So 90 degree divided by 20 degree means 45 mm. 45 mm, 0 degree. The lift is 35 mm and join. So this gives us, this is dwell, this is return stroke, this is also dwell, and this is rise, outstroke. This completes the displacement diagram. Let's move on to the cam profile. The minimum radius of the cam is 30 mm. So draw a circle, diameter 60 mm, radius is 30, so diameter is 60. place it and draw a vertical line from the center to the circumference. Measure the angle. The first angle is 120 degree. So take protractor, keep protractor on this vertical line and measure 120 degree. And further, once again you keep protractor on this reference line. The next we have dwell for 30 degree. So angle is 30 degree. And then keep protractor on this, just now the line what we completed, and rotate and measure 72 degree. The acceleration part what we have is 72 degree. Then with respect to this line, we need to measure 48 degree, the deceleration angle. The remaining will be 90. I show the angle. So this angle is 120 degree and this angle is 30 degree. This angle is 72 degree, 48 degree, and remaining will be the dwell 90 degree. The cam angles, all angles are projected. Now the outstroke is, we divide it into 6 equal parts. So 120 degree, we need to divide further into 6 equal parts. So 120 divided by 6 means every 20 degree we need to measure. So divide it into 6 equal parts. Extend these lines. Extend these lines, produce parallel to that. Anyhow, the cam profile is coming on this line, so we need to produce. Do the naming for this. The base starts this from here. So this is 0, this is 1, this part is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In return stroke, this is 6, next dwell. So now we need to transfer the displacement diagram measurements on these radial lines. Let us take the measurement. You use a compass, measure from 1 to this 1 dash. It's almost looking like 1 mm. So 1 to 1 dash, you take compass, that measurement you take from the distance from 1 to 1 dash, you cut an arc. Measure similarly 2 to 2 dash using compass, keep compass like at 2 and measure to this 2 dash. Similarly 3 to 3 dash, measurement you take using compass, keep compass leg at 3 and touch this 3 dash. Go to 4 dash. Draw an arc 5 to 5 dash. Measure using compass. And finally 6. Measure from 6 to 6 dash. So what we obtain is this much. So this place is 1 dash, and this is the 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash. Now the 6 to 6 30 degrees dual, so we don't want any radial lines. Consider this 72 degree. We divided 72 degree into 3 equal parts. So 72 degree divided by 3, we get 24 degrees. So we need to measure an angle 24 degree. Take protractor, keep protractor on this line and measure 24 degree. And this 48 degree we divide into 3 equal parts. So 48 divided by 3 degree, 48 divided by 3 times, it is 16. So keep protractor on this line, measure 16 degrees. This gives us 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Here also we produce these lines. Produce this line to get the cam profile. Now take compass, measure distance from 6 to 6 dash will be 35, 5 to 5 dash. Transfer 6 dash, 5 dash and similarly 4 dash. Measure 3 to 3 dash. 14 mm. Then 2 to 2 dash, 6.22. If you use compass, it will be very easy for you. We are using software. Just to explain the construction easily. And final 1 to 1 dash. So this is 1 to 1 dash. This is supposed to be here. Distance from here to here 1.5 mm. It's very close. Now for flat faced mushroom follower, we need to draw the tangents line. So take tangents line, construct a tangent line for this 1 dash arc. So for this 1 dash arc, draw tangent. You can get a tangent line or perpendicular to the radial line. Perpendicular to that line, this radial line what we have. So for that we need to draw the perpendicular line. So you're getting the tangent symbol. Draw a longer length line, nothing to worry. So extend that line. Tangent line can extend further also. Now similarly, the same thing you do for 2 dash, tangent line, tangent to that arc. See, you're getting the symbol tangent. So tangent to that arc, you take line. 3 dash also you draw tangent line. Similarly for 4 dash, you draw tangent line. You can see next to the cursor there is a symbol called tangent. So while drawing in your manual drawing diagram also, you can draw tangent to that arc or perpendicular line to the radial line. So this is 5 dash. Now 6 dash radial line you can take like this, and further you take the 6 dash line this side also, right hand side, parallel to this. So this is 5 dash. I give name first. This is 5 dash, 4 dash, 3 dash, this is 6 dash in fact, 5 dash, 4 dash, 3 dash, 2 dash, and finally 1 dash. Let us draw the tangent lines now. So tangent to the 6, and this side also. Tangent to phi to left hand side and tangent to phi right hand side. Tangent to 4 left hand side, tangent to 4 right hand side, tangent to 3 left hand side. See the 3 line tangent is going here right hand side like this, and 3 line tangent line right hand side, 2 dash tangent line. See 2 dash tangent line is here. This is the 2 dash tangent line and 1 dash tangent line. I take a little bit zoom. So here we have 1 dash tangent to that 1. This is the 1 dash tangent line. I take this a little bit down. Okay, so now we have drawn the tangents. Now we need to go for a curve of thick, and we need to join a curve in such a way that you should touch the tangent's interior part. It has to touch the tangent's interior part like this. 0, the first point is here, and second is tangent to this, third is at this point can take, and fourth we can take at this point, fifth should be inside the tangents. If you draw a smooth hand curve, you will get very easily. So this will be the 6 interior part, the tangent line, and 6 dash interior part, 5, 4, this interior part. So don't worry about the 3 dash somewhere is there and 3 somewhere is there. We are worrying about the interior part of the tangent lines. Back to 0. So this is the required cam profile. Now take arc-wise center point method and take thick line and draw the dwell also. So this is the dwell. This is the required cam profile. Finally, you show this flat follower at position 0 in such a way that the axis of the cam and axis of the follower are collinear, and this is what we call as follower. This is the flat face follower. So this completes the cam profile, flat face mushroom follower with the cycloidal motion, rise and UARM written. Thank you.